Welcome to Common Misconception. Common Misconception is basically where I take all of the Gold Star cards that I reviewed in the Ravnica Allegiance review, please watch that when you have time, and implement them into decks that I think they will be the most perfect fit in. Today we're taking a look at two of the Ravnica cards from that set, from the newest set, Imperious Oligarch and Final Payment, and see how they fit in to the Black-White Mimic deck. For those of you who don't know, Black-White Orzhov Mimic deck is based around Night Sky Mimic. Let me see if I can go and show the preview pane. 1 second. There it is. Night Sky Mimic is a 2/1, 1 colorless, 1 Orzhov mana, so black or white. And whenever you cast a spell that's both white and black, Night Sky Mimic has base power toughness 4/4 and has flying until end of turn. That is bananas. But in order for us to fully abuse that, we have to play mostly black and white spells. I made 2 exceptions in the main deck, and there's a lot of exceptions in the sideboard, but that's because sideboard hate is usually not black and white. It's either black or white. Okay. So the main deck has 4 Edge of Divinities. 4 Edge of Divinities is a key card in the deck because it powers up all of the creatures. Because all the creatures are black and white. Either they have hybrid mana or you need a black and white to cast them. Edge of Divinity, in my opinion, is best paired with a Night Sky Mimic, a Morning Thrall. Morning Thrall is a 1 colorless, 1 Orzhov. Flying, it's a 1/1. Whenever Morning Thrall deals damage, you gain that much life. It's basically lifelink, but it's lifelink that goes on the stack, so it's not as good. But it's a 1/1 Orzhov flyer that can become a 4/4 Orzhov flyer with lifelink if we attach an Edge of Divinity into it. And the other best target, in my opinion, is a Nipgullion. Nipgullion is a 1 Orzhov mana, 1/1 lifelinker. So to drop this turn 1, if you go turn 2, you play Edge of Divinity on it. It becomes a 4/4 lifelinker, swinging for 4 on turn 2. That just can get really out of hand. How I see Imperious Oligarch and Final Payment fitting into this deck is in the 2 drops. I took away some of the Tithe Drinkers. Tithe Drinker is one white and 1 black lifelinker with Extort. Now Extort is whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1 Orzhov, a white or a black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This hurts because the extortion, the extort ability on Tithe Drinker is so good, and the fact that it has lifelink is also really key. But I wanted to try it out simply for the fact that Imperious Oligarch can swing and can block, and if you trade up, because there's a lot of creatures with 2 toughness that you can trade up with, you can end up with a 1/1 flying spirit token. And even if you hit that, if you attach an Edge of Divinity on that, it becomes a 2/3 spirit token. That can still swing in the air with evasion is really key. Also, Final Payment, it just synergizes with Imperious Oligarch so well. Final Payment also synergizes with Blind Hunter really well. Blind Hunter is 2 colorless, 1 white, 1 black, flying haunt. Haunt, when it dies, you may exile it, haunting target creature. When you haunt a creature, you enchant it with the same effect that the creature that's haunting it has when it enters the battlefield. So if the creature that you haunt dies, you get to have another trigger of when Blind Hunter enters the battlefield or that creature dies, target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So this has value coming in and going out, which I love. There was another common card in the new set that was a 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 black. It deals 3 damage to the target creature, and you gain 3 damage back, and you gain 3 life. I didn't want to try in this deck because we are only running 22 lands, and 5 mana. It doesn't do much besides being a 3/3 flying body, and I feel like we are more of a mid-range curve where we need lower curve stuff. We usually sideboard out to a couple of blind hunters against the aggro matchups anyway, so like I said, 5 mana is just a turn off to me. The deck also plays, I like this inclusion. It's a Harsh Dissonance. It's 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 black. Harsh Dissonance deals X damage to any target, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control. The reason why I added one of these is because, like I said, we have Imperious Oligarch. So we're gonna have value when Imperious Oligarch enters the battlefield, and when it leaves the battlefield. And usually, a lot of people do not bring. If we are facing a mono black matchup or any black matchup, if they have Terror, Doomblade, I know both of those don't see much play. They can't really finish us off, and if we just had 4 creatures, 5 creatures on the battlefield, which is a mid-range deck we usually should do by like turn 6 or 7. If we draw this, we just deal 6 or 7 damage to them, and we gain that much life. So we're more ahead against the burn matchups. This may be wrong. I might end up not playing it in a future version of the deck, but who knows? The other three drops that I haven't talked about is the playset of Kingpin's Pet. Is basically an 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 black flyer 2/2 extort. So the extort mechanic is really, really crucial because it just lets us grind out. We have 2 Pillory of the Sleepless, 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 black, and a creature can't attack or block, and at the beginning of their upkeep, at your opponent's upkeep, they lose a life. That's awesome. It's awesome. It's white, and it's Orzhov, which makes it perfect. And the best removal in the deck so far is Unmake. Unmake is 3 Orzhov, so you cannot splash for it. You can't splash for it, and that's totally cool. It's an instant exile target creature. Whew! This card, I'm so happy it's a common. Because if this card didn't exist in the format, I don't think this deck would have been half as good as it is right now. Because this is good against Ulamog's Crushers. This is good against a really big Elvish Vanguards. This is really good against Gurmag Angler. Awesome. The fact that we have Final Payment and Unmake in this deck is really, really cool. Also, Journey to Nowhere in the 2-drop slot. It exiles target creature. It's less color intensive, which is awesome. I have 2 more Journey to Nowheres in the sideboard. It doesn't cost less life, but at the same time, it just answers everything. It's really cool. Going on to the sideboard, we kind of already talked about it. We have 2 Journey to Nowheres. We have 2 Holy Lights. Holy Lights is 2 colorless, 1 white. Non-white creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. It's an instant. It's really, really cool because against the Elves matchups, against the Goblins matchups, it can either make their creatures slow enough so they don't deal as much damage that we can win with the crackback, or it can just kill their entire board. We have 3 disenchants because Affinity is still heavy in the MTGO matchup. It's heavy in any matchup. And the fact that they can poop out their hand by turn 3, much like Elves, is problematic. We have Mana Tithe because counterspell decks are a pain. We have 2 Beckon Apparitions because against Reanimator decks, against decks like Tron, who are trying to recur their Ghostly Flickers, exiles target card. Most of these graveyard hate spells usually target creature, card, and graveyard. I love this because it's target card. It's an Orzhov color, so we get value off our Night Sky Mimics, and we get a black and white Spirit token, which mucks up the board. And we have one of the best discard spells in the game, along with Distress, Castigate. Castigate is really, really cool because they exile it, so they can't recur it, which is awesome. So against Tron, I board this in. Against Delver, I board this in. Yeah. So without further ado, I will leave with that deck tech, and I will see you in round 1. Okay, die roll. Yes. I would love to die roll. Let's go ahead and make it like this. Sure, let's keep this one. We have an Editor's Opportunity, Imperious Oligarch. I really want to see how it does. It becomes a 5-3? 5-4? 5-4 after the Edge of Divinity pump. Ooh, that's a big Oligarch. I'm hoping that they don't have much removal, but you know, that's them's the breaks if they do. Okay, so it's Boros aggro. Glad that we have this one secluded step. It's a nice include. Or is it mono white aggro? Oh no. Oh, no, it's a hoser. You couldn't even give us the spirit, my dude. And it's gonna feel so bad to final payment a germ token. Okay, let's draw our outs first. Okay, sure. Might as well. I want to run this out because if they have another removal spell, if they have another journey, I'd rather not put in a Nipgulian and have a Edge of Divinity and have it run into a removal spell. Okay, you're gonna bounce your germ token, or you just bounce the land. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay, aggressive start from our opponent. You know what? Yeah, sure. Nope. Actually, that's bad. Let's wait until they equip their thing. Let's just play out this Nipgulian. Staple A. Edge of Divinity on it. Have become a 4/4 lifelinker. They can't race with that at all, so if they equip their Bone Splinter to their Core Sky Fisher, that's totally fine. Okay. Okay. What would they like to do? Fine. We run 22 lands in our deck. Can we not draw all of them? Fine. Okay, well, they're overwhelming us with board presence. Can't do much about that. That's a decent draw. One thing that I wish this deck had a little bit more would be draw. Because it's a very resilient deck. It has a lot of lifelink. But I want to get ways to get to that lifelink. Tried toying with Sign-in Blood. Sign-in Blood's too intensive. Maybe Read the Bones. It's 3 mana, and it refills. Well, it draws you basically 3. The Scry 2, I think, equates to 1 card. Return an artifact to your hand. I think they're gonna return a Flare Husk. Oh, I keep forgetting the lands, man. The artifact lands are so good. That's fine. We can still out. We have a lifelinker. So Holy Light's definitely not going to be useful in this matchup. Disenchants will. Disenchants definitely will. Block. Sure. It's 8, 2, 3. They have to put the pressure on it. They can't make us wait. They can't leave it to us. So. When the time comes for Lingering Souls to be printed at Common, and I do think that there will be a time where that is printed in a Common. I know, it's crazy talk, but it would be so busted in this deck. So busted. In any, like, token deck. I can see an argument for a black-white token deck to be more prevalent in the format. I'm pretty sure there is one. Raise the alarms in this format. 6 mana, get 6 mana, get 3 is in the format as well, so It's definitely there. Ooh, disenchants. I need disenchants. Battle Screech is so good. Mono white aggro. They've drawn 2 more cards than us. They were... You know, I'm casting it in main deck. I'm kind of just giving up on this match. I know it's a bad habit. Not match. I'm giving up on this round. This match isn't over. Not by a long shot. The prismatic sands? No, they don't. We have drawn 7 out of our 22 lands. So that means we 15 out of 43 chance to draw a land. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Yep. GG. GG. Okay. Those Journey to Nowheres were so clutch. Castigates. Journey, Pillory. We're not going to outvalue them. Speed. Final payment. Journey nowhere. Maybe. Final payment, their stuff isn't too big, plus they weren't very proactive. Pillory's cute. Unmake we should keep in. Pillory's not that good. 2 disenchants, 4 castigates. I think this is good sideboard, but maybe I should put in a 3rd disenchant. Okay. Sounds good. Like I said, this deck's awesome because it can run on you just being screwed from black mana, because the Orzhov color, the Orzhov oriented colors are just really good at that. Okay, that's a thing. I'd rather not, so let's just do Morning Thrall, start gaining back some life. I'm not gonna attack any Doom Traveler. Doom Traveler is pretty sweet in this mono white brew. Okay. You can replay Alchemist's Vial and draw. See, it's so good. I keep forgetting that they can recast these really like janky artifacts that wouldn't be good in their own. Wouldn't be good in their own right. I just want to put as much pressure on them as possible. They may have drawn Battle Screech already, but there's all the more reason to just keep attacking. Turn 1 Doom Traveler is really good. Delayed Lifelink is also pretty good. I can pop a Soul Link on one of these bad boys. Soul Link Edge of Divinity. It becomes a 4/4 with lifelink, and whenever you deal that much damage, you gain that much life. Ooh. That's busted. Ew. 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 So many Glint Hawks. See the amount of value that they got from that stupid Alchemist's Vial? God. Jesus Christ. I was on play too. Doing unfair things. They draw their fourth. Score. Jesus, I'm drawing cards. So this is torture. Edge of Divinity so good. I will never ever underestimate unstable mutation in Modern ever again. Come on, dude. Jeez. They've drawn almost a whole hand more than us. Oh, this is such a bad matchup for me. And just like that, they drew 7 more cards than I did. Bad beats. Bad beats. I'm allergic to bad beats, but I keep getting fed bad beats. Well, we did not do it, boys. We did not do it. We did not get there. Keep yielding to this. keep recasting stuff, to keep auto yielding to it. Okay. Might as well, so we can get at least a little bit of life. We don't have to play that now. Oh. Woof. Boy, howdy. I did not think I would get this creamed so fast. I have a lot of resources. Okay. Extort. Oh, we might get there, boys. We might get there. We might get there. Keyword on might. Because this is getting scary. They have a life linker now. Yeah? Okay. Look. Haunting this, so they are less incentivized to block with it, to attack with it. Ugh. Okay. Oof. Now they're just more incentivized to attack with it. Even though I'm losing, I'm actually getting my metal tested. Yeah, we just have to block with it. They basically gain a life. This is... sure, might as well. I don't think it's going to affect anything, but sure. I wish we'd do that earlier, but, you know, them's the breaks. Ooh, they're also testing. Screech. I'm just gonna take a prismatic stance. Might as well. I have 35 life. I almost have. I have some cushion for everything. Battle Screech, okay. Are you gonna go and flash it back? That's the correct play. Attacking with Doomed Traveler. I think this is probably the worst matchup we could ever face. Hopefully from this point on it's gonna be smooth sailing. Who knows? Should I play it out? Yeah, no, we can't come back from this. You don't have any wraths or anything. That's one of the issues I have with Pauper is there's no wraths that deal 2 damage to everything. There's Shrivel, there's Nausea, which is another practical form of Shrivel. There's Electrickery, but there's no true and blue wraths. And then most of the wraths are in red, of course, and most of them are conditional. Like there's this one wrath that Delver plays, and that's a 4 mana Swirling Sandstorm or something like that. I think I have the card. It's in a lot of my sideboards, but that's besides the point. I will see you guys in round 2. Hopefully we have like a better matchup. Who knows? Oof. This hand is a hard mull. I mean, sorry, easy mull. This hand is an easy mull. Okay. Preview pane should be right there. Let's bottom this one, because we have all of our colors. We're on the draw. Let's see what this opponent's gonna bring to the table. The usual Evolving Wilds. Island start A. Let's wait on their secondary color. If they don't play secondary color, Mono Blue Delver or Mono Blue Fairies can also be a good assessment of the situation. Yep. Blue black Delver, which means that they have a lot of really good removal. Disfigure. They can target my Nice Game Mimic while the 4/4 trigger is on stack. Let's just auto yield. We can't do anything. We're playing black and white. Not very responsive. We're proactive, but we're not very responsive. If they have a creature on the board, yes. In that sense, we are very responsive. We have Unmake. We have Final Payment. But what can you do? And here I'm more comfortable sideboarding in Castigates. Last game, that was a mono white aggro, mono white. Some sort of mono white aggro. I haven't faced that matchup a lot to know what to be comfortable with what I should sideboard and what I should not, but them's the breaks. It's a Legacy Light. There's a lot of different games and there's a lot of different decks in the metagame. Even though a deck might only be compromised of 3% or 4% of the meta, that's still a huge chunk of the Pauper meta. So who knows? This deck used to be huge 3 years ago. I remember playing Pauper tournament in my local, I'm in an LGS scene, so, and this black-white Mimic was so hot, primarily because the Gain lands from Khans here came out, and the reason why I chose Harsh Sustenance to be in this deck is I saw one of my friends play it, and it was key because it won him a couple of games. I know, it's weird. I'm relying on really old first-hand experience to put into modify my current build of the deck, but that's how most people build decks in real life. So net decking is becoming a habit of mine, but I also want to try to throw in some spicy cards every now and then. So okay. There is no point in sandbagging these two, so might as well just play them out and put in some aggression. They have Kaya cards in hand because they've been drawing a lot. They thinned out their deck. They didn't have Rainstorm in their opening hand. Or maybe they did, and they just really needed that land. So they haven't been able to shuffle away what they put back with Brainstorm. So Grim Harvest. Oh yeah, I've seen this. I've definitely seen builds playing this. Creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield. You pay 3. Are they just powering out a Gurmag Angler? That is definitely a route that they can take. They have double block. Salty Scavenger is such a good card. I wish it saw more play, but that one toughness, even though it has evasion, that one less toughness compared to Hooting Mandrills and Gurmag Angler is the biggest difference why it's not seeing much play. Okay. Always yield. Yeah, they have this figure, mana up. They've drawn so many cards. Well, they mold a lot of cards that from the top of their library, so. Mental note. Okay, so are they powering out for another Gurmag Angler? Because most of these lists only run 2 or 3. They don't really want to run the place out of 4 because when you don't have cards to delve, it's just a dead card in your hand. Ooh, Just as I was talking about Sultai Scavenger, there it is. There it is. In all of its salty glory. Come on, man. They do have to negate mana. Or spike. Yeah. Okay, sure. Okay. Does it resolve? It does resolve. Yes. Ooh. That force spike. Yowza. They dealt away a lot of their draw. Okay. Gurmog Angler. We need to draw another one of our removal spells. I highly doubt that we are, though, but, you know, one can dream. One can hope. Sandbagging 2 cards. What would the cards be? I don't know. You may be walking into a trap, opponent. You may never know what's behind enemy lines. Sure. I'm holding up Jack and Squat. That's a spicy meatball. We've drawn so many lands. Alright, so we had 7 cards. We had with 7 cards in my opening hand. 6. 5 out of our 6 draws have been lands. Oh, buddy, that sucks, dude. This is not fun. This is not fun. Come on. Okay. Drew 1 card. Accumulated knowledge. There's a lot of speculation and a lot of debate from my local meta about accumulated knowledge and if it would replace Gush if Gush were ever to be banned. I think Gush is really, 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 really good. The banned restricted announcement that came today, I'll be talking about in another video. The problem I'll be doing in another video that I'll be doing sometime this week. But yes, the BNR. Just the TLDR for right now. I'm surprised that they haven't banned anything for Pauper. seeing as another segueing into another topic that I will be talking about in said video is that the Pauper format is coming to the Pro Tour. It's a Mythic Championship qualifier format now. So if you want to qualify to a Pro Tour, you have to play some Pauper. And again, in the same light that I'm going to be talking about the Pauper Mythic Championship qualifier, I will be talking about the ban restricted list, what I anticipate to be the decks, the headlining decks in said Mythic Championship qualifier, and such. Wow! Oh no. Oh god. Them's the beats, right? Alright, so I'm gonna concede. Seeing as that Lady Luck is not doing it for me. What would I have drawn? Come on, show me what I would have drawn. Okay. I guess you're not showing me what I would drawn. Begin sideboarding. Pillory of the Sleepless is nice. Not as nice as Castigates would be in this matchup. I know they can power out their Gurmag anglers, but we can as easily just get them with Mana Tithe, or make them discard their really important hands. Unmake. I could leave the 2 journeys. I think I like Final Payment more than Journey to Nowhere. And sideboard in the Mana Tithes and the Castigates. Wonder what they'll sideboard it against me. They probably think I have some graveyard shenanigans, so they'll probably sideboard in some grave hate. But jeez, did you see that? I drew like 7 islands, I drew like 7 planes in a row. Jesus Christ, man. I would like to play first, yes. Okay. Yes. Please and thank you. This can just get out of hand so fast. Maybe they'll board in Duresses. Because turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. God, that's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. I just realized I need to draw black mana in order for me to cast my Kinkin's Pet. Our mana hasn't screwed us over yet, besides the whole mana flood situation last turn. But who, them's the breaks. So this triggers on cast, so even if they counter this, it'll still become a 4/4 flyer. Edge of Divinity, so good. Wonder if we can make this work in Modern. Okay. Bojuka Bog. Are they going to play the Bojuka Bog? Right now, they could play Snap. I'm just anticipating all the weird interaction spells that they might use. If they keep Snap, they probably wouldn't keep Snap. It's bad against our Kingpin's pets or our blind hunters because we just get all that value back. Didn't have a brainstorm, so 5 cards. One of them's Bajuka Bog. Wait, what? Did they order that wrong? They're probably just lowering the chances that they. No, it wouldn't make sense. They ordered that wrong. Okay. All right. So it's Legacy Light. People have to know how and when to brainstorm correctly. I would just go aggro. Yeah, no, I would have attacked at that point. Jesus Christ, man. Give me something. I mean, I'm glad that I'm drawing my sideboard card, but Jesus Christ. Give me something to cling on to. 7 damage coming at ya. Accumulated knowledge. They could try to Echoing Decay our thing. I don't know what I feel about Delver being a prominent deck in the format. Because a lot of people like it because it feels powerful, and it's really really good when you start off with it. But at the same time, the games I play against Delver, same with Sean. I love playing Sean, but when I'm playing against Sean, that's just such a slog. They take forever because it's not an easy deck to pilot. It's not. There's multiple triggers. You have to be careful about how you mult because you only run a low amount of threats and you have to protect those threats. But if you don't know when to keep and when to mull, when to counter something or when to wait, it's just like, or when you need to ghostly flicker, that's also a thing that you have to be careful about. Like, I love Delver and I hate Delver at the same time. Does that kind of make sense? Probably doesn't, but oh well. And just like that, you're down to 6. I mean, if you have Echoing Decay, you can kill one of the Night's Game Mimics and chump block with Insectile Apparition. Counterspell, you have Counterspell up. I want to draw a swamp, and exactly a swamp, so I can castigate and make you use the Counterspell, and then I can go Edge of Divinity and swing for lethal. You have to keep the Counterspell mana up. Come on, come on, come on. I believe in you, dude. I believe in the power of your brain. Okay. People on Facebook post some really interesting stuff. Cloud Scour. Okay. They've used 3 Evolving Wilds so far. Okay. GG? Alright. Nope. I would have gotten it second turn, but sure. They're probably going to put in a lot more removal. And I'm okay with that. We still have our 5 removal spells and 4 hand attacks. We have to protect a threat, namely Night Sky Mimic. And I think Mana Tithe is a key to that. Because people don't expect it. Oh, God. Take this away, let it become a swamp, and this would be perfect. It's crunch time, boys. We have to mull this. We do. Oh, gross. We gotta keep. Let's go. Final payment bottom. And just like that, we are at the biggest disadvantage ever. Come on, don't play a threat. Don't play a threat. Don't play a threat. Don't delve me, boy. Country boy, I love you. Yeah. Vine references. Wow. That's what my channel's about. Are they stuck on one land? I mean, Delpher can get away with that for sure, because that's like their whole spiel. Nope. Yeah. See, they brainstormed correctly that time. I think that was the turning point. If he could have brainstormed away all of his dead cards and kept all his relevant cards, he wouldn't be in this mess. He has all the mana that he needs right now. All there is left to do is to find a threat and then protect it. Okay. Kind of knew what was going to happen. Alright. So, we've drawn 5 lands. We have 5 lands. 53 cards in the deck. 17 out of 53. So, 2 out of the 5 cards. Around 2 and... Well, probably 1.5. 1.5 out of the 5 cards that we draw is supposed to be land, so... Not more than that. If we draw 2 in a row, that's just like... Kind of like the first game. It's super unlikely. But it happens. And we can't do anything about that because MTGO is God and Savior. Not this... MTGO is like the old crusty grandpa that You tolerate because he's there. Oh, that's... I love my grandpas, but MTGO client-wise, ugly. I mean, you're here for me, right? Not for this, just for me. I'm kidding. I should shut up now. I'll shut up now. Cool. That's a threat. That is way more than I expected. I'm glad that it's there, though. Okay. Also, I have this really loud neighbor. He's a drummer. And he keeps me up at night. And I don't know what to do with him. I would report him to my landlord, but I don't want to be that guy. Plus, I'm a heavy sleeper anyway. I'm pretty sure we keep him up too. You know, TV, playing video games. He's gonna flip it. He's gonna flip it. I just know it. He's gonna flip it. He's gonna flip it. He flipped it. I said I knew it, but I didn't want it to be true. I didn't want it to be true. He's taking forever. Oh, Delver decks. This is what Magic's all about. Choices and sequencing. It's basically the same definition. Choices and sequencing. It's all about sequencing. So, I'm glad that he's taking time and planning out all of his steps, but at the same time, it's really boring. Come on. I believe in you. You're a good pilot of Delver. You're a good Delver pilot. He's way ahead, so he's not foreign to attacking while ahead. Come on. Let's go. Okay. There's no point in sandbagging this little ditty. Double lifelink. Now, if only these were action cards. Wonder what would happen if we kept that first hand. GG. On to game 3, everybody. Well, before we passed on to game 3, what were we drawing? Nope. Game 3. See you guys there. Bye. Okay. I would like to go first. Yes, please. Okay, cool. Good mana. Threats. Let's keep this one. Let's see what we're going up against. One Sati. Okay, it's blue-red Delver. No blind flip, sure. One attack, that's totally fine. Ugh. Again, these mana issues. Ooh, Fairy Duelist. See, people already putting in the work for me. I knew that Fairy Duelist would be good. Increase yield. I didn't want to file on payment that one because it's fine. And yeah, I need to go after a bigger threat than that. They haven't flipped their Delver yet, so that's good. Counterspell? Spell sorter. Okay, sure. Okay, 3, 2. Let's do some shenanigans. Nope. They're land screwed like me, but more importantly, to their benefit, all of their threats are easily castable. Okay. That's the thing. What do I do at this point? Check with this. Sure. Block with a fairy. Okay. Just realized when I was talking about these spirits, I didn't realize that they were black and white. So the Imperious Oligarch just gets better because these just become these huge threats. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Edge of Divinity just gets better because these are black and white tokens, so. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's another plus. I know I could have put it in a Nip Golian, but it's fine. Echoing Truth. Oh no. Oh no. He would have bounced my Nip Golian anyways. It's fine. Land, 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 please land. Land. Something land. Land, land. Nope, that's not a land. What is up? The Fates just do not like my chances right now. They just don't want me to win. They don't want me to win. They don't want another brown brother to proceed in life. Not even gonna go there. Bounce effects is really good. Okay. They probably have like a whole bunch of screds in their hand. So that's not good. Huh? I'm prolonging the game as much as possible because Kingpin Spent and Blind Hunter is good no matter what. Okay, ninjutsu, sure. Go attack. Get your draws, man. Get your draws. If I don't draw land, I'm kind of scoop. Because there's no point. Ah, Fate is really funny. Fate is really, 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 really funny. Yes. Counterspell. A whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go and progress my board state. Yep, GG. Okay, so these sorcery speed spells are not good. I have yet to cast a Castigate. It's really sad because it's such a good card against this matchup. I over sideboarded with the Mana Tithe, but I really think it's good. Let's go with our previous strategy, getting the Mana Tithe and the Castigates here. Because we were just land screwed the last time, so. Okay, turn 2 Castigate is still pretty darn good. Now we have to decide whether or not we want to cast Night Sky Mimic first. But I think we just want to Castigate first, just to clear up. Okay, sure. Let's Castigate first. This spell, gosh. Brainstorm. Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll take Gush. Yeah, we'll take Gush. Gush is easily the more powerful cards in their deck. So. Brainstorm on turn, then yeah, or no. Just run out Spell Stutter straight. Okay. They have the spell, so once they're tapped out, we have the go to just cast this. Yeah. That sucks. Well, for me. For them, that's good. Ooh! Okay, never mind. That does suck. Increase yield. They have these cards. Plus, nope. They have Spell Stutter Sprite. Evolving Wilds is spell in their hand. 2 unknown cards. They're about to play Evolving Wilds too, so. Yep, they have Scred. That's not fun. You want to Scred it right now? Scred it later. They're gonna Scred it right now. Cool. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. Let's try to recoup some life back. We have 2 instants. It's really, really smart that they sideboarded into the spells, because they know about the unmake. Keep forgetting about spell stutters, right? God. Oh, jeez. Removal City. Try to stave off as much as we can. You have counterspell? With this spell still. Yep. GG. See you guys in round 4. Okay. Last round, round 4. Let's see what is up. Sure. Let's keep this. Because we have a turn 1 Nipgulin. We're 0-3 right now. I want that 1 win. Come on, give me that 1 win. Show me the money. We've gone against some meta decks so far. That mono white aggro artifact. It's fairly fast enough that it'll get you there. So I'm glad that we've been tussling against these meta decks. Lets me practice with the deck, knowing that fully well that this is the toppest of tiers that we're gonna go against. Blue black control. If they have another Chainer's Edict, then they have another Chainer's Edict. want to plate it out. We draw a flyer, then it's good. Yep, this is mill control. So almost all of our removal spells are dead. But you'll want to make sure because sometimes they do play some creatures. That extra 3 damage would have been clutch, but it is what it is. You want to make sure. Nope, they're not running any creatures. Might as well just throw this at them. The castigates in the sideboard are going to be so good. I'm gonna bring in the disenchants. I guess I'm not impressed with the mana tides in the sideboard, so I guess I'll switch those out with something else. They have Chainer's Edicts online, so that's good. That's not good, but they're gonna kill me like that, are they? I think they have me locked. They didn't draw much. They drew into all of their pristine talismans because they can keep buying back Ebenkar's Justice. Yeah, they have me locked. Let's do 2 more draw steps and see what I draw. Nope, those are dead draws. Wow. That sucks. At least we know what we have to sideboard out. Might as well just sideboard in another mana tithe just in case. Okay. So all of our removal was dead against them, so. Pauper is a learning experience. The more you play with any format, it's a learning experience, but just because Pauper has such a wide array of cards to choose from, it's definitely not for the faint of hearted. The faint of heart. Of course, there's established metas, but I could easily go against Infect, Kiln Fiend, Inside Out combo. Inside Out combo is still part of the meta, so. But, yeah. Okay, so they're probably going to edict me. Or Echoing Decay. Yeah, Echoing Decay. Disfigure, also a relevant thing. Okay, preordained. Let's see what's what. Okay. That's infuriating, but dims the brakes. They can just as easily chain or edict me right now. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, doggy. Let's go. Do you want to disfigure me? Echoing decay me? Counter that? That's those. All of that. All of those is relevant options. Let's go in. Beckon apparition. Echoing or change edict. Okay. So 1/1, but still becomes a 4/4. I need to draw the Castigate because he does have a lot of cards in his hand. I'm pretty sure he has the Ebonkar's Justice in his hand. He's just sandbagging it. Swinging in for 6 every turn is still pretty good. Okay. Disenchant, one of them. Let's go. Oof. All right. Okay. You can do this, deck. I believe in you. I believe in you, deck. Because he can't Ebonkar's Justice because that'll take him down to 5. He can go up to 8, actually, with the Pristine Talisman. Okay, think twice. Think he's just dead. What? Finally got there. Finally got there. Let's go. Rex! Get Rex! Get everybody was kung fu fighting. Cats were fascinating. Whoo! Yes! Alright, I'll stop. Let's keep it going. Boys and girls. And thems and theys. If a cat's watching my stream, meow to you. If a dog is watching my stream / YouTube video, bark to you. If a bee is watching my stream, bzz, 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 bzz. It is almost 9:30 at night. I know some people might think it's lame, but it's my first day back in college tomorrow. Tomorrow's the start of my last semester of college, so pretty darn excited about that. But to that point, let's go. We still have 18 minutes left. Alright, we have the mana sides in our hand on the first turn. Are we gonna get them? Are we gonna get them? Okay. I'm gonna hold off playing the Mimic until I can protect it. Castigate. Casting the gate. Castigate. Vogue, vogue. Let your body move to the music. What is curfew? Curfew. Each player returns a creature they control to. Ugh. Okay. That's problematic. We have to just kind of play around that. Rather it be bounced to my hand than sacrificed, so sure. Let's go with that. Yeah, we can't. I'd rather mana tide now and have them try to recast Think Twice later on. It's fine. I'm good with trading that off. Okay. We have multiple Night Sky Mimics, so I'm happy about that. Are you gonna curfew? Yeah. No, you're not. You are not. cycle the Baron more. They use a preordained. We have 2 unknown cards in hand. Let's play these guys out just to add much needed pressure to the board state. Curfew? Think twice ago. That's a pretty sick card for someone, for a deck that doesn't play any creatures at all. So it's a 1-mana bounce, which I like. I haven't seen this yet play at all, so. I don't know why I'm not auto-yielding. I can't really do much. I'm just gonna auto-yield. Well, it was worth a shot. I have to add pressure. I can't. Oh, that hurt. That hurt, but at least he didn't buy it back. I'm playing the other talisman. Oh. We're back up to 20. Oof. Okay. This is a game of attrition, and I wish that I had draw spells in this deck. Guess, like I said, it's a learning experience. I would add Read the Bones to this deck. Being a mid-range deck, it's not what it wants to do, but I think it's quite literally what we have to do. Okay, sure, disfigure. Have curfew and something else in the hand, so. Curfew and 2 other cards. Boy, we've been losing the attrition game against these blue decks. We did mana tide them once, so I'm happy that we did that, but I don't think this is going to end well, boys. Yeah. we're fighting a losing battle. You can just get so much terms of advantage, life advantage, draw, like, oof, that Ebon Kar's justice really hurt us. We can't even say that we lost to Mana Flood. We've been drawing pretty average. Yeah, we have to concede this game. Jeez. Alright. Well, I will see you guys in the recap. And we're back. Okay, so that was a very, very frustrating 4 rounds. The losses, some of them were attributed to land flood, some of them were attributed to land screw. I could have mulliganed better. But the overall framework of the deck is there. After playtesting, after you saw the matchups, my biggest concern for this build of the deck is just getting rid of these harsh sustenances and these mana tides for some other cards. Maybe another Beckon Apparition. These Holy Lights weren't really fully utilized because we didn't go up against the we'll go wide aggro matchups. I've been impressed with these Castigates in the sideboard. Some of these lists run these Castigates main board. Journey to Nowhere we didn't really get to cast. We got to cast it like twice or once, and they were good then. They were good there. It's just a really, really awesome removal spell. Final Payment. My overall verdict on it is it's good when you have lifelinkers on the board and you're getting ahead in life. It's 2 mana versus the 3 mana devotion that we have to put into these unmakes and these pillories. I like it. These oligarchs, now that I've realized my stupid mistake of thinking that these spirits are just white spirits, I should have read the card. Reading the card explains the card, Josh. Yes, I finally know that now. Now that I know that these spirits are black and white spirits, these just became so much better. The Imperious Oligarchs were good when the situation needed them to be. There was a situation during one of the Delver matchups when the Extort from the Tide Drinker would have been really key. It would have doubled up the Extort trigger that I would have had with the Kingpin's Pet. Even though I lost all 4 of my rounds, I personally believe that this deck is still really, really, really good. In the hands of a better pilot or a more experienced pilot, it'd be great. It'd function pretty well. I think my land configuration is good. I could have added more swamps in there, but I digress. I would still run this deck. Not, like I said, not in its current build, but definitely I would run it with maybe an even cut of Imperious Oligarchs and Tide Shrinkers, just so we can double up on our 2-drops, because as we saw in some of our matchups, we couldn't even get to our 3rd land, and having a mass amount of 2-drops that do simultaneous things like getting bodies after they die, or getting extort triggers, or gaining you life, that's amazing. And yeah, have no complaints with the deck. Now, in the spirit of common misconceptions, common misconception: does Imperious Oligarch and Final Payment work with the black-white Orzhov list. Yeah, it's a common misconception that they wouldn't work, but they actually do work. So, thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the night, morning, or afternoon. Ciao.